Well, Blue Lights is a critically acclaimed series that's back for season number 3. It's now playing on BritBox. Sian Brook and Katherine Devlin here to chat all about it. Thank you both so much for your time today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
First of all, congratulations on the BAFTA Best Drama. Excited to see, what's coming up. But let's talk a little bit about the series. You both started off as rookies. We're now in season number 3. I mean, Katherine, Annie had a rough season 2. Where do we kind of see her going into this new season?
Yeah, I mean, with season 3, she's definitely still in the thick of it. She's more polished as a police officer in many ways, but her personal life takes a huge toll. Her family life does. Her mum's health deteriorates. Her mum's health deteriorates a lot, and it's just that sort of inner battle that she has, where she's figuring out if it's worth it, if it's all worth it.
And Sian, with Grace, I mean, her past is coming back, in season number 3 in a big way, in a big story arc. I mean, talk a little bit about what we can expect to see for her.
Yeah, she sort of goes through the mill quite a lot this series. And her old job as a social worker and this new job, well, not so new job now, they're 2 years down the line, come face to face in quite a dramatic way when she meets somebody, a client that she used to work with, a young woman who's sort of going down the wrong path, and Grace, being Grace, sort of tries to rectify this and pulls a thread, but then by pulling the thread she gets deeper into this criminal world, and also I think in a very personal way reveals things. Trying to save this young person, she has to reveal things about herself that she's sort of kept hidden for quite some time. So there's a few revelations in there.
And especially seeing the different worlds that not only that we see Grace in, but that Belfast represents. I mean, and also the writers having a strong connection to there and bringing light to all the different parts of it. I mean, talk a little bit about the series creation, but also having that impact of people who create the show that care so deeply about Belfast.
Yeah, I mean, it has a real heartbeat, and I think it's so important that it does. Our culture, it's so enriched, and it's so gorgeous to see that in the full scope of Blue Lights, and even in terms of the landscape as well. Like, you have Belfast City, but then also you have the Glens of Antrim, where Annie's from. And it's lovely to be able to share that with other people, and also to share the intricacies around it, and like how complex it actually is, especially in terms of the history.
I also want to talk about both of you as far as the costume, or the props and the costumes and everything that you have, because putting on those police vests, walking around with the equipment, getting in and out of cars, jumping, moving, running. I mean, talk a little bit about some of those things that you've had to learn over the past couple of seasons.
Well, let's say the first few goes were not graceful.
No.
I mean, there was a lot of stumbling. Yeah, did you see what I did there?
Lovely.
There was a lot of stumbling and trying to get out of cars when the paraphernalia was stuck in the seat belt, and it was really funny because I remember when we had our first costume fitting, and they just kept adding layers. So they gave you the trousers, the pants, and the top, and then you'd have another layer, and there were 3 layers, and then they put the flak jacket on you, and then they put the belt on you, and then they give you a gun and pepper spray and handcuffs, and you're just like, how do you run? How do you run and catch the baddies in this?
Exactly.
But yeah, when I asked a police officer that question, I said, how do you run? And he said, well, you just can't.
You just don't.
Exactly.
There's a simple answer right there. You just can't. Yeah. What about for you, Katherine?
Especially when it comes to, well, the jacket, but then also when you're sitting in the car, all of a sudden the neck just goes and you're just sort of, you're scrunched up. But
you're just like a little turtle.
Massively. But it's very funny as well how you really start to inhabit the character through the uniform, and going back in with season 2 and season 3, it does actually get easier, which I'm surprised by in terms of just the weight of the uniform. And it does impact the way that you move, the way that you walk, everything.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for your time today. Blue Lights, season number 3, it's back now on BritBox. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.